What is your opinion of states' rights and how will you stand against Obamacare?
Well, I'll stand against Obamacare just like I did a few weeks ago whenever we were a veto citizen and overrode the governor's veto on that conscience bill. That's one example of what we did. Saying that you can't tell us as the state and tell people here that they've got to provide health care benefits to the extent of abortions and contraception. And we stood up. We stood up and we pushed back and we overrode the governor's veto on that. That's the sort of thing that you get in me as a representative. And we're going to continue to do it because as we go through these next couple of years and Obamacare comes into effect, there's going to be constant issues with this. You know, there's additional loads that are going to be coming through the Medicaid system or Medicare system, the Medicaid system, and it's going to grow Medicaid at the state level. And we as a state now have this Supreme Court decision out there that's kind of split saying you can implement Obamacare, it's a tax, but at the same time, you can't force the states to pay for certain things. So there's going to be a real fight going on up there. And I will be the representative standing in the gap, reading the bills, reading the law, and understanding to my fullest extent possible, telling you I'm going to dedicate my bit, what it is that I can do for you as an attorney, as someone that's an advocate, to push back against this. That's what I would do, and that's where I stand on states' rights versus the federal government.
Do me a favor, read that question again. I want to make certain.
What is your opinion of states' rights and how will you stand against Obamacare?
How will I stand against?
If that's assuming you are against Obamacare.
Well, hold on a second. This is actually a Republican plan that was put forward in 1994. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? This was actually put out by the Heritage Plan. In 1994, it made sense to the Republican Party. I don't understand what the issue is here about this. I know about the abortion stuff. That's an issue I couldn't even give you a straight answer on, to tell you the truth. I haven't made up my mind on that one. I don't know which way on that one. But the fact is, under states' rights, we're the ones that make the decisions as to how the policies are to be presented to you. It's not a federal issue in regard to how policies are presented. We actually have a Department of Insurance. So we get to control what policies are presented in the insurance exchange. Now, here again I go back. This is a Republican plan.
Doesn't make it right.
It was in 1994.
Still doesn't make it right.
The other thing is it's working in Massachusetts. I'm the type of individual that says if I see something that's working, that's succeeding at what they put together, then why not emulate it? You know, what do you want me to tell you? If it's working, then we got to give it a chance to work, to do the same thing that's going on in Massachusetts.
Mr. Albert, your response?
Mr. Rubino said he doesn't know what the issue is. It's not the 1994 plan, and the issue is Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid in the back rooms in D.C.
You got it!
I guarantee you the 1994 plan from the Heritage Foundation was not as long and lengthy and stacks of stuff that we saw come out in that bill. That's the difference, that's the issue, and that's why we have to look at everything in it and continue to scrutinize it and stand for our rights here in this state.
I don't disagree. As a state representative, you have to look at all the different things that impact the state. And I totally agree with that. You know, am I saying that it's a perfect plan? I don't know. Not a bit. I think there's things in there that need to be changed. But some of the things that have come forward now have been very positive. Putting children up to 26 years old underneath the plan, preventing insurance companies from canceling your policy because of a pre-existing condition or simply throwing you off because you're starting to cost them too much. I can see a lot of benefits coming out of this. It's over and over again, this issue has come forward all the way back from Teddy Roosevelt forward both sides, both parties. We have something in place. I think we'll find ways to work with it and resolve some of the issues that come forward.
The question is what I would do with it. I think I've responded.